I hip hop to hip hop on sidewalks. I write poems, I write songs when I walk. I'm attentive, I listen when my emotions talk. All I was thinking was raps when teachers gave me a chalk. I was doodling, googling on the internet. It was new to me, I had to know where to enter at. Now I can rap, I can tell you where my center's at. Come Christmas, bet you won't know where center at. Didn't think I had to be told just to be great. Missed about 2 subjects, flunked my 12th grade. My girl was mad, she even wanted a break. Piece of cake, I go to the woods and sit by the lake. Second take, this time I really did participate in life. I appreciate my life.
Yet another day, yet another episode, and let me say thank you once more for tuning in, for watching this one. It is a Word4Word. It is an episode brought to you, of course, by a wedding season. This time around, we have yet another poet, and this time around, she is a female poet, of course. Her name is Precious Tinyiko Ntimane, also known as BlackPoetic, Black Butter, or you can say Black Pearl. That one is up to you. Myself, Erike Kalega hu dumedisa kere reao amohela nda dumelang. Upshade as well. She is a Tonga. Does she know how to speak Tonga? Well, we'll find out about that one once we get into the thick of things. Myself, I'm just a gentle brother with a name like no other. If ever there is anyone else with such a name, do tell him it is a stolen property. And if ever there is anyone else, do tell her indeed it is a defamation of character. And yes, of course, we do certainly have the right to sue. Otherwise, call me Poetrist T. That is if, of course, there is not much of a tongue twister to the tongue. Have you ever heard of someone saying that the sun loved her so much more than the rest because it chose to kiss her? Well, let us welcome our very esteemed, beautiful, Black Pearl, Black Poetic, Precious Ntimane. Madam, how are you?
Hi.
How was the intro?
That's good.
Thank you for coming. You may have a seat. Upshare Miss Precious Tinyiko Ntimane.
Hi.
Ninja.
Ipukile minjani?
I'm glad that you at least you can reply in that language, Chitsonga. But how far can you go?
I can go further.
Oh! Are you sure?
I
Are you
can.
sure? Oh, okay. So now I speak when you respond in your language. It's your native language, right?
As much as I can try.
But then you said further.
I can, but
Okay.
yeah.
We'll see. Maybe somewhere there and there you'll reply in Chitsonga. Looking beautiful after all.
Thank you.
How's
Thank
been
you.
lockdown?
Oh, well, it's been great.
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 Didn't say that.
I mean, I've gained weight.
Oh.
I look flawless.
At least you said it. It's something that we cannot say.
Yeah.
Otherwise, should be deemed as very shaming. Complexion, weight, and what else?
Yeah.
And what
And
else?
I don't know,
And
man.
happiness.
On another level. On
We
another
could
level.
see,
On
we could
another
see.
level.
So at least enough for you, lockdown has been something great. Not for most of us. But you're an
I can
artist.
see.
Wow. That's a shade. On camera. But anyway, so you are an artist. How did you find lockdown so nice?
Oh well, the autistic part has been terrible.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, writer's block. Having to deal with writer's block for all these months.
You don't say.
I'm telling you.
So you've been surrounded by your own immediate family, and then lockdown has been nice,
Yeah,
but then writer's block.
writer's block.
How so?
I have no idea, but it happens, eh?
At least one poem, few lines.
I think I was able to write 2.
Full, complete 2 points.
Yeah,
Okay.
complete.
About what?
Obviously, my blackness.
The sun kissed me, the sun loved me
More than the rest.
more than the rest. It kissed you. So I thought that's some kind of discrimination. But Henry, when you say it chose you to reside, no, let's say to reside on you, what do you mean by that?
The sun kissed me more than the rest.
Uh-huh. And there's the following line.
Yes.
The following line about how it chose to reside.
It is as though I had resided there since
Well, we'll get more to unfold about
Yes.
that point. Right now, I want to know, Hore, as you being yourself and being so advocative and outspoken about being black and your melanin, something that most are struggling, especially coming up as a teenager back in high school.
Yeah.
So how was your high school?
My high school it was good. It was good. I struggled with my color back in primary school.
Before social media.
Yeah. I struggled with it back in primary school, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't think, dark girls would be beautiful. I didn't think so, you
No.
know. And I saw that, a lot of light-skinned girls were getting the more attention.
The preference.
Yeah, whenever a guy wanted to hit on someone, it wouldn't be you. You're just a friend. You're just a buddy. A tag along, side friend.
So when you were crying foul about why are you not getting attention as much as they mind you were in primary.
I mean, just a little part
You
of
were
me.
too young for that attention.
A little part of me. And I think it hit me back in grade 7. That was in grade 7, whereby I actually gained a little bit of some confidence. Because, I encountered someone, a family member of mine was like, you shouldn't look down on yourself.
Definitely.
You're beautiful the way you are. And actually, you're beautiful more than all of them. And I was like, yes! That was the boost of confidence.
Yeah, well, not so, to be honest. I mean, after all, utilizing that.
Yeah. And I started looking at myself in a different way. And I was like, you know what? I am beautiful.
Thanks to the family member.
Yeah.
So, prior to that, do you still remember any hateful words, hateful things that
I
you've been told?
did.
Have you
I
forgiven them?
did. I have, actually. I have.
What have you done?
If I hadn't forgiven them,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have moved on or had this confidence right now.
Okay. So, which one do you particularly remember?
Oh my gosh. 2.
Okay.
2.
This must be taking the cherry, not the cake, the cherry on top.
2.
Okay. What and what?
You're ugly because you're black.
Okay.
You're too black. Imagine.
And how young were you then?
I think I was in grade 4.
So you carried this all along to date.
Yep.
All these incidents happened back in grade 4.
Great. Imagine.
So what was the problem with this boy?
I don't know. I have no idea.
So
I have no idea.
So I'm right, it's a boy.
It's a boy.
Okay.
And we see another school man.
Oh, I wasn't there. I wouldn't know.
But I know.
So,
And the second incident was actually a bully.
oh,
I had a bully that started bullying me from grade 1 up until grade 3.
how
For
did you
a whole
flee?
3 years. And this guy would tell me that the reason why he's bullying me is because I'm ugly.
So he couldn't find more beautiful girls to bully.
Imagine.
Or maybe the beautiful ones were not supposed to be bullied. But then how and when did you flip?
I flipped in grade 6 when I actually met up with him. We were put in the same class.
Same desk.
In the same class, not the same desk,
Oh.
but in the same class.
Yeah.
And I confronted him. I was like, remember the bullying?
Oh, wait. What happened in between the years? Because this was until grade 3.
Yeah, I was not in the same class with him.
Oh.
And
So your
I
feelings
didn't
followed.
really see him much from that in between there. I didn't see him much because I was busy in school, sports and all that. And yeah, I think things were subtle during that time. But I had a lot of anger because each and every person who would just try to say something bad
Dang.
or even try to bully me in any way, I would retaliate and someone would get hurt.
Would you say revenge is sweet?
It is.
Oh,
Sometimes.
violent is
Not in a violent way.
as long as it's revenge.
As long as it's revenge.
Best served cold.
Exactly, on a platter.
Tell me this. I need you to tell me this, or rather confirm.
Okay.
Some would say that a woman is where the devil himself comes to take notes. Is that the truth?
I would say it's true.
Oh.
Women have the hardest hearts. As much as they have the softest, but they also can be very hard.
Hell hath no fury like a woman's scorned. Well, you have confirmed it. I don't want anyone to say I said it, so you have confirmed. It's something that I've heard.
Yeah. And I'm confirming.
Thanks for confirming it, so that they don't say it's me. You played sport. Which particular sporting code did you partake in?
Soccer and netball. Intertwined.
I played soccer.
Uh-huh.
Once at training, they had us in the netball court, and I felt that this sporting court is very tiring. How did you keep up?
I was very fit, eh? I was very fit.
As compared to now.
As compared to now. I think like half of my school career, from primary school until high school until I did grade 12. I started being lazy in grade 12. Yeah.
Started seeing who is looking at you, who is hitting up on you.
Yeah. You know, up until that time, I was very, very active. I did sports, like almost all of them. I did netball, I did soccer, I did softball.
What is softball?
It's kind of like baseball.
I didn't think so.
Yes.
But it's not a sporting code that is strong in South Africa.
No, it's not. Honestly, it's not.
So how far did you get with that?
I went on for it for like a couple of, I think 2 years. And it was fun, honestly. You know.
So you can hit the ball.
I can.
I guess you're good with balls.
Okay.
Netball, football, softball, what other ball?
Oh no, okay. That's it. Okay. That's it. And then I was in the choir as well.
Oh.
I was an alto.
Okay. And nothing.
Aye.
Okay. Song.
No.
Okay. So, Princess, what I'm getting is that you come wearing many hats, and also, well, the art form, this art form, particularly poetry. Let's keep it aside for now. Sports, modeling, radio, singing. The time in between, maybe with sports, it's something that ended up in high school, as you said. But then these other ones came after high school.
Yes.
So now, how did you assemble them?
Oh wow, it was hard. Honestly, it was hard, and it was a lot. You know, having to go to the radio station in the morning, and at the same time you have modeling gigs that you have to go to during the weekends. During the weekdays it would be radio, weekends would be modeling, right?
Okay.
And I wouldn't get any rest in between.
But then how did you cope?
I managed. I tried to manage it all. You know, I actually had a diary where I had a schedule of everything. I had to make sure that I follow my diary in order for me to actually have a little bit of some rest, so that I can juggle all that. You know, and
maybe you needed a PA.
I did actually.
Or you could afford it.
I did, but I needed one who would volunteer.
Have a little gratitude and say, you know what, because you're here on a daily basis and you helped me throughout, please, here's something to catch the cab.
Well, I would have offered that, you know. I would have.
Generosity.
Yeah, and some lunch as well.
But rather the man, she or rather he will, for himself or herself.
Yeah, and then the modeling got way too much for me, because there was a lot of traveling. I had to travel to Guatemala, I had to travel to Pretoria West, I had to travel to Joburg, you know, and it was all at the same time. A lot of people are coming up with a lot of gigs for me, giving me too many gigs. It was too hard to choose. You know, sometimes I would choose all of them and make sure that they're not on the same date.
You chose it. You chose it. Like, there's no one who said, you know what, whether you like it or you don't go there. It was your choice, but then somehow you managed to do all of them.
Yeah, modeling was a whole lot of hours. We'd spend like a whole day. Wake up and get there, and then it's late. You have to get home, and you're tired, and all you have to do is sleep.
So now the challenges that came with modeling.
The challenges that got with modeling is that, firstly, I don't drink alcohol.
Oh.
There was a lot of alcohol.
Okay. You don't?
No.
You didn't buy it.
No, I didn't. I still don't.
I hope it's not for the camera.
No, it's not. Honestly, it's not. No alcohol. You know, I don't smoke cigarettes or anything that's supposed to be smoked or whatever.
At all or anymore?
At all.
Okay.
Not even a hobby. You know? Not even.
Yeah, don't let them try and kill you because you mentioned that.
Yeah. And again, it is the environment. The modeling environment, the people that you meet is, you know, a lot of different people, a lot of people who come with different personalities and characters. They try and influence you into doing certain things, you know? And again, at the same time, you're dealing with people that are trying to hit on you. They are hitting on you, trying, you know.
Have you seen yourself? I mean, why wouldn't they? The bad part is that, the ugly part is that you find your bosses hitting on you.
Yes,
That's
that was
it.
the problem.
But then if I'm a fellow model, am I prohibited?
No, you are prohibited.
Why?
You are.
Why?
We're colleagues.
Well, not exactly. But we are colleagues in this gig. After this gig, what then?
Yeah, but no, man.
So you're saying
It was a challenge for me because honestly, I didn't know how to deal with that. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
You know, and another part was lingerie shoots and swimsuit shoots.
How come we've never seen such? Like any other pictures, yeah. Before we were on camera, we were speaking about you, that picture, yes.
Yeah.
But then what about these others?
Well, I think I did two photo shoots.
Where are the photos, precious?
I hate them. I hate them.
And why?
They're in my personal capacity. I feel that they are not for the public.
Yet they were photo shoots for some gig.
At some game.
Some people are going to be looking at those pictures, or maybe you're comfortable with that. You may not be knowing the people.
I may not know them. Yeah. So I would rather not post such. You know. I had like even sexy ones, like sexy photo shoots whereby I was like, okay, I had to choose pictures and be like, okay, this one I'll post, this one I won't.
So between you and I, off the camera, we are going to see this picture.
We might. Maybe.
Maybe. But something definite. I would really love a definite answer, I promise. So we will.
You might.
We shall see. And then came radio. How did you get to radio?
Radio, wow. Okay, with the radio thing, it wasn't something that I was actually going for.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Yeah, being talented is a problem.
Yeah.
You take along everything that comes your way.
It wasn't something that I was actually going for. I was more stuck up on modeling than radio. And then I got an opportunity to be like, you know, be on radio. And I was like, okay.
Let me do this.
They were like, I asked, okay, what should I do? How should I speak? What, you know, how must I address people?
The accent.
I didn't know anything. And they were like, just be you. That was the only instruction I got. Just be you.
I'm sure you wanted to pose for the mic.
Like, I was like, is that it? Like, that's it.
Yeah, but then authenticity is what sells, or rather what goes for it.
Yeah. And I got on the radio, and I actually asked a lot of people to the first show and the first time I was heard on radio. I asked some family members and friends to actually listen so that you know, they can, you know, give me some feedback, you know. And the feedback was amazing.
Was it because
Honestly.
you're female?
No.
Are you
There
sure?
were some criticisms here and there. But
Constructive.
yeah, constructive ones, you know, saying that, okay, just reduce this and that, you know, speak louder and more clearly.
Not as if Siakshare.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're like, you're amazing. And I was like, okay. I
When
started
was this?
recording myself.
So you listen to yourself?
Yes, and I was like, okay, I sound awesome. I sound awesome.
Well, not many people do that. They're even afraid to listen to themselves after a show, after recording,
Yeah.
voice notes. Some people don't even listen to their voice notes.
Oh,
Why
wow.
are you sending the voice notes to the next person if you can listen to them yourself?
Exactly. I mean, you're supposed to know how you're delivering.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So at least, so now how you finding radio?
Radio is amazing. Honestly, I love it.
When are
I
you
love
listening
it.
to you?
I love
Again,
it.
since we've been in lockdown.
Don't worry, I will announce to everyone.
I'm sure.
Everyone will know.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
At least there's any other passion apart from that one. So you started writing back in 2010.
Yeah.
What was the reason behind you writing?
I was just writing my emotions and feelings.
Yeah, hold that thought. I need you to decipher this for me. Emotions. Okay, emotions and feelings are two.
Different.
Right. So now here are things that are said to be different.
Mm-hmm.
It's your writing your emotions, diary entries, essays, stories, and poetry. So I need to know your phases. When you started writing your emotions,
Yeah.
did you go through all of this, or you hopped from emotions to poetry?
I went through all of I think I went through everything. I started writing emotions, as then feelings,
Dear diary.
and then dear diary.
And grow from there.
And then I started reading articles, and from articles, literature articles, and then from then,
For English.
yes, and then
This language.
and then I started writing essays about whatever that I read, and then eventually I figured out, writing an essay about my story, my life, or anything that has happened during the day, and just find a way to just put it in an essay form. Yeah, that was difficult, but it eventually worked and turned out awesome.
Before the rhymes.
Yes. And then came the rhymes, and I started exploring all these different, writing skills and everything. And you know what? I figured all these, they don't work for me. I'm gonna go with the free rhyme. That is for me.
I'll rap to Salamula. You always prefer to do your own thing.
I'm like, all these, there are rules, so many rules. 4 in a paragraph, there has to be 4 lines. No.
And measure with the following one.
Measure with the following
4 or
one.
5 lines.
There has to be, a rhyming couplet. I'm like, I can't.
How do you define poetry?
Phew, poetry.
According to you, of course, because there are many definitions according to each and every individual, respectively.
To me, poetry is a language.
Okay.
It's a language. It's a way of me expressing how I feel, expressing myself, expressing every being, expressing my concerns, expressing my happiness, it's a language for me.
Have you ever been Shalatka poetry?
I have.
Okay. And did the poor guy win?
No.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately not. There was a lot of cheeses in that poem.
It's a poem.
I mean, like
For
cheese,
love.
like cheese.
For love.
We're shelling a cheese.
Well, I can't be advocating for the poor guy. I was not even there. But he tried. At least he tried. With your writing, you write strongly about being an African, being a woman, and more of what encompasses being an African woman.
Yeah.
So, what else do you write about apart from love, of course?
Apart from that, man, I think I write about life in general. Politics. Yeah, politics. But in some way, my politics does actually just fall into, being black.
Definitely.
Sometimes I just take up the woman and the black and just say being black as a whole. Male, female.
So now, according to you, how is the political climate of South Africa?
Oh my goodness. Don't even ask.
Oh, okay.
In my personal view, our politics, our economy is terrible in South Africa.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want us to get into those politics.
Yeah.
You mentioned something about your writing how it encourages. Also, it's what else? Boldness, and how it will build another African woman into being an African queen.
Yeah.
So your poem, The African Queen, right? That's the title.
Yeah.
Things that you're saying there. Well, let's speak about. There's a line that you're talking about. I don't know if I should mention this. Something that have supplied mankind for I don't know however long.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
A woman is a womb that carries generations.
Definitely.
We are all born from women, and in order for us to live, to actually survive in this world, we need a woman's bosoms for nutrition. That is
Those
where
are
the
bosoms.
nutrition is. Yes. We need a
I was
woman's
thinking something else.
bosoms. Yeah. For example, a child.
Yeah.
A child that has just been born, in order for that child to survive, because the child has been in the womb for a very long time, no air, and coming into a different environment. I mean, this is all there is.
The best nutrition they could
Exactly.
ever get.
For that child to survive, they need the nutrition.
I agree. So, favorite line from that poem?
Okay. I am a dripping melanin, draped in
I'm not
gold
surprised.
and covered in sweet berry.
Definitely.
Yes.
The sweet and juice.
Yeah.
So they say, so I've heard. But let's speak about how dangerous a woman is from your poem. Your smile made, what did you say? Man, no, I don't know what,
Yeah.
to fall.
My smile has caused many kingdoms and empires to fall.
I wanted the word empires
Yeah.
to fall. This is how dangerous you are.
Yeah.
And why would you make them fall? Because this is a story like the one about, I think it was Thor.
Uh-huh.
I think a kingdom fell because of a woman.
Women can be dangerous. I mean, even the story of Simpson.
And Delilah.
Yes.
Hey, you're dangerous. Hey, you're sorry. But then also, there's a balance. I mean, there has to be the yin and the dark and the light.
Yeah.
So you spoke about your lips has and still speak kingdoms into existence.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about there is kingdoms and there's chieftains? Are they equal? Is there the other one bigger than the other?
I think they're all the same. They're all the same. It's just that, we have a different way as us as people of categorizing those things,
Okay.
We say kingdoms are bigger, we say chieftaincies are smaller.
Leave us. It's not me.
But for me, honestly, they're all the same. Kingdoms and chieftaincies are the same. They're both kingdoms, they're both chieftaincies. There's always a ruler.
Do you think we could go to England and call him chief?
You could, but they won't agree.
Because they think they are not equal.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Let's not delve much into that one. Tell me, your writing, your poetry, you as an artist, what would you like to see after you have gotten out or passed on? I don't know.
Oh, wow.
After you have left this thing,
Yeah.
this art form.
I think I would like to see a whole lot of improvements. I would like to see, most importantly, our government recognizing us.
Who is us? Artist?
Artists.
Oh, okay.
I would like to see the government recognizing artists out there. Because every other aspect of the country is being recognized. But it feels like we're inferior.
Okay.
It feels like we're not a priority, and that honestly does hurt. And at the same time, it angers. It angers.
As an artist.
Yes, it angers. Honestly, I mean, how would you feel being set apart
From the rest.
from everyone.
But you've been kissed by the sun more than the rest, so
Like, oh man.
you said it.
No, man. I would like to see that. And I would like to see our artists, making an effort, a whole lot of effort, trying to put themselves out there. It doesn't matter whether someone sees you or not, but just put yourself out there. Put yourself out there and don't question your art. Don't. If you yourself feel that it's good, put it out there. That's how I am.
Someone will catch on.
Yeah, someone will catch on to it. We all like different things. You might recite poetry in a different way, and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't feel it. And then someone else would come and is like, wow, that's amazing. We don't receive things the same.
I agree. However, Mr. Director, Mr. Everything behind the camera.
Yeah.
You have to cut this one short. Much as I enjoy doing this one. But before, well, thank you for coming through and honoring the invitation. Hopefully we'll have an extensive other time.
Yeah.
So that we speak more about this and your whole poetry in extended length.
Mm-hmm.
I need to ask you something. We call this one a quickie.
Okay.
You're an artist. I'm sure the points you're going to get them. Just about 5 over or less questions. Answer. Instant. Immediately. I need to know poetry or radio or modeling.
That question. Okay. Poetry.
Okay. So your maybe not. Let's just say the sun and the moon are all stars. True or false?
True.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So day or night?
Night.
Are you going to have a child or go back to your ex or swim with the predators of the sea?
I'll swim with the predators.
Jesus. Yo. I wasn't expecting this one. Yeah. Let me thank you, because I don't want to ask you any more other questions. Yo. Woo! Anyway, thank you once more for coming again. The poem, The African Queen.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to have it, right?
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that one. This one has been a great one. Yet another episode of Word4Word brought to you by a wedding season, of course, and from myself, a gentle brother with the name like no other. We hope that you are going to be watching again on the very next episode. Who do we have? Well, we don't know as yet, but if you watch it, you are going to see it. From myself, Halibeleke.
The African Queen. When she is told her skin is too dark, she did not hesitate to offer. She said, "The sun loved me so much, she kissed me more than the rest. My skin absorbs the sun as though it had resided there since creation. My head defies gravity as I am the one who determines what rises and when to. My bosoms have supplied all mankind with nutrition. I mean that also nutritious milk. My lips have and still speak of kingdoms into their existence. And my smile has caused many great men and empires to fall down to their knees. They worship and adore me. My body carries the weight of the world while taking blows and lashes from men. My curves swayed side to side as I walk down the streets. I say, I am fierce and confident, so black and beautiful, my glow flashes your eyes shut. I am folded and molded to be the embodiment of everything deemed good. My wisdom goes beyond what you can ever think or comprehend. I have carried in my womb, given birth to and received what was conceived as all there is great. I am a roaring lioness, dripping melanin, draped in gold, covered in sweet berry, so blessed and crowned, the African queen.